Hi, I'm Izzat. So I'm the leader for this Learning Aid assignment.
Hi, I'm Saila. I'm the organizer for this assignment.
Hi, I'm Fong and I'm treasurer in this assignment.
And I'm Irfan and I am the editor of this video.
So, we were given a task to do a learning aid, which is that we get is chemical bonding. As we know, chemical bonding divide into two groups, which is ionic bond and covalent bond. And we name our learning aid as covalent bond.
Okay, before we go in deep in our learning aids, I want to mention about problem or difficult learning in my topic, that is ionic bond. Most of the students, including us, find it difficult to understand the concept of ionic bond when the teacher teaches. Besides that, we are also not sure about how element needs to share or receive electron. Therefore, we generate idea on how to make it easier for use it in lesson season.
Okay, so now I am here to explain problem or difficulties in learning electron configuration. Students may not remember that the S subshell can hold a maximum of 2 electrons, the P subshell can hold a maximum of 6 electrons, the D subshells can hold a maximum of 10 electrons, and F subshells can hold a maximum of 14 electrons. Forgetting these values can result in incorrect electron configurations.
Alright, so the last problem that students are facing is the covalent bond. Students struggle with understanding basic concepts related to covalent bonding, such as how electrons are shared between atoms.
So guys, this is our learning kit for covalent bond, which is, as we know that we got 3 subtopic: ionic bond, electron configuration, and covalent bond. So let's proceed with the component of ionic bond. This is the component of ionic bond, which is we have cardboard, paper, and googly eyes that stick together with thumbtack.
First, it has box to fill with clay to represent the orbital diagram. Then, there has a section to write its electron configuration, and then short information of electron configuration section, and then we have marker and pencil to write the electron configuration. And lastly, we have clay to fill in the box to represent the orbital diagram. Now, here are the manual for electron configuration.
Alright, so this is the component for the covalent bond learning aid kit. First is covalent bond description, a model plus clay, a marker pen, and a pencil, and a manual for this learning aid.
These are the 3 another thing that stick with the learning kits. And we can see first one is our question box. And the next one is the manual. This manual can guide us when we use the learning kits. And the last one is the flashcard that full of information about the properties of ionic bond.
This is the interesting features on ionic bond model, which is we have googly eyes that stick together with thumbtack. When we place together at the model, it looks more realistic and maybe unique. That's all.
First, box to fill with clay, section to jot down the answers, and extra information for students.
Alright, so the interesting feature of this covalent bond learning aid kit is students get to think how this covalent bond works by answering the questions given, and also they can play with clay in order to make them more understand about the covalent bond reaction.
So guys, that's all for today that kita belajar topik 10 iaitu chemical bonding.
Lizard, I cannot understand what chemical bonding is.
It's okay, Fong. We have another alternative. We can use learning aid for a better understanding in this topic.
Seriously, can you help me?
Yes, let's get into it.
Saya akan tunjukkan bagaimana ionic bond works. Di sini ada instruction and model atom. Jadi hari ini we have two model atom which is natrium and chlorine. So the first instruction is identify the atom. This is natrium and this is chlorine. The second one we have identify the electron arrangement of the atom. As we know that natrium have 281 for the electron arrangement and for the chlorine is 287. So as the instruction 3 says that take the googly eyes, which is that this one, stick with thumbtack and place them on the board. So let's place it. Natrium have 2 in the first orbital, 1, 2, and then the other one have 8. The second orbital we have 8 googly eyes that with thumbtack. 2, 4, 6, and 8. And the last shell we have only 1 electron. Okay, we done. And then the same goes with chlorine. So chlorine at the first we have 2, 1, 2, and then the second we have 8, 2, 4, 6, 6, 8, and the last 7. Okay, we are done. As you can see, the googly eyes represent as electron, which is in natrium we have 281 and chlorine 287. So the next instruction is, after placing googly eyes, identify which atom do not achieve a stable octet electron arrangement. So as we see that natrium is the one, the 2 atom is not achieve a stable octet electron, and one of them must receive and release 1 electron to achieve a stable octet electron arrangement. So the 6th instruction, which is place thumbtack or googly eyes on the atomic model to create ionic bonds. So we take natrium, since natrium at the last orbital only have 1, so we take it. That means that natrium release 1 electron and chlorine will receive 1 electron from natrium. Okay, done.
And we can see this is a diagram of the formation of natrium ion and chlorine ion.
By using the method, student will get more better understanding about ionic bond, which is the googly eyes represent as electron and it looks more realistic. And student will know how to arrange the electron in orbital, and then student get to know which one that will receive and release the electron.
Now we are at instruction on how to use or handle the learning aid for electron configuration. So first, you need to write the chemical formula for the question. For this instruction, we will be using Na. And then write its electrons number. Na has 11 electrons. After that, write its electronic configuration. So for Na, it is 2.8.1. By this, after that, I will be explaining about orbital or subshell. So for this, it has SPDF. As for S, in one box, has how many blocks? For S, it has 2 blocks, which means inside this, it has 2 electrons and 2 blocks, this side and this side, and can be determined by an arrow for orbital diagram. So the next one, P has 3 boxes, so that means it has 6 blocks in totals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because in one box it has 2 blocks. As for D, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 10 blocks. 10 blocks means 10 electrons. And for F, it has 14 blocks, 14 electrons. Before we write down the orbital diagram for this electron configuration, we need to know this. The first shell has S, the second shell has S and P, the third shell has SPD. Based on this electronic configuration of Na, this one, you can know that the first shell has S, the second shell has S and P, the third shell has S only, because it only has 1 electron for here. And then, to write down the orbital diagram, we need to follow the Hans rule, which means it has anak panah yang atas dulu, baru anak panah yang ke bawah. Untuk tahu dekat mana anak panah atas tu yang terakhir, kita boleh guna dekat sini. Based on this electronic configuration, kita tengok yang terakhir. Yang terakhir dia 1, S. Lepas tu dia the third shell. So, the last anak panah for arrow atas will be here, 3S. So, for this learning aid, we will be using a clay to determine its arrow. For the pink color, it will menjadi arrow yang ke bawah, and for the clay yang berwarna coklat akan menjadi arrow yang ke atas. So first, you need to susun yang atas dahulu. So first, kita susun sampai 3S. Sebab ini dekat ujung. So first, 1S, 2S, 3S, 2P, sorry, sampai 3S. How about the arrow yang ke bawah? So, yang arrow ke bawah, sambung balik dekat 1S. Mula dari mula, sampailah arrow ke bawah tu habis. By this, kita tahu yang arrow ni boleh dikaitkan dengan elektron, number of electron dalam chemical formula tu. Lepas kita dah buat orbital diagram, kita nak tulis electron configuration. So before we go depth down into electron configuration, I will be explaining about this. This is the example. So the first one, yang dekat depan ni, satu is the level. Level yang ni, satu macam ni. Lepas tu S, orbital. Dia yang mana satu, macam ni. And then the electron for yang atas tu. Okay, now so let's write the electron configuration for Na. First, kita susun dari bawah pergi atas. First, 1s, macam yang tadi cakap, yang dekat atas tu electron. So arrow mewakili elektron. No, the clear mewakili elektron. So sini ada 2. Atas 2 S 2. Yang ni 2 P 6. 3 S 1. This is the answer for electron configuration of Na, where this is level, orbital, and electrons. Same goes to the others. From the electron configuration, write down its electron configuration back. So it will be 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. So I'm using the last question from ionic bond. And the electron configuration will be like this, and like this. So the entire electron configuration will be like this. Based on this electron configuration learning aid, student will understand on how the Hans rule works and how to write down the electron configuration.
What is covalent bond? Covalent bond means that each atom in a compound share electron, particularly non-metal and non-metal. So for this demonstration, I will be using hydrogen gas, or known as H2. So first, determine its valence electron of H2 first. Write the answers in the space provided and jot down the X and dot on the shell. So hydrogen atom have one valence electron, so we will be jot it down as X. This is X. And the other one is hydrogen atom. Also, they have one valence electron, so we will jot down a dot here. Alright, from this we know that hydrogen atoms will form a covalent bond with hydrogen atom to form hydrogen gas. So based on this X and dot, we can make conclusion that they will do covalent bond. So we draw X here and dot here. Alright, so from the first hydrogen atom, the valence electron is 1 and the other one is also 1. So they will have 2 valence electrons now. So 1, 1. So the total of valence electron is 2. So from this we can make a conclusion that valence electron of hydrogen gas is 2. Based on this, we can use the clay to illustrate the covalent bond between the hydrogen atom. You can see here that brown is dot and pink is X. So we compare this from the diagram and transfer it using clay to the model. So based on this model, students can deal with the problem that they did not know which electrons are involved in the covalent bond.
How about now for after study with learning aid? How do you feel?
I think I almost understand what chemical bonding talk about. How about you give me some quiz?
Ah, that's good. I have provided you some of questions that will test you to enhance your knowledge in chemical bonding. Let's proceed with the questions.
Now we can get the question in this question box. I got a question about, please complete the ionic bond between sodium and fluorine. So now I have to put in the blue sea ice in this, and fluorine electron arrangement is 2 7, so I have to put in 2 and 7. And the next one is sodium electron arrangement. Sodium electron arrangement is 2 8 1. Okay, now to achieve a stable octet electron arrangement, fluorine have to receive 1 electron to achieve the octet electron arrangement. So now we put in this. Okay, now this two is stable.
I finally understand chemical bonding with using this learning aid. That's all from us. Bye!